welcome back to another video of H&H Express model nscale trains. In this video we're gonna continue on building the power section of the train track, and we're gonna install and use the multiplexers. But I also got the fuses in, so we're gonna put them in as well. So let's continue. So in the live stream I added this section of the power controller. Those are the motor drivers, and they will be later connected to a feed of 5 volt and 15 or 16 volts for the track. And then later on we're gonna concentrate on what's happening here. But first we're gonna finish that one, and we're gonna mirror that on that side. I'm using a block of wood just to make sure that these are all a little bit aligned. I draw a line here so we have a nice lineup of the drivers, and I have enough space here in between the motor drivers so that I can route the cables this way to here. So let me do that. I didn't have enough standoffs, so the ones with a head, the very large ones, I cut them in half, and they are long enough to put underneath. So let's do that first. So line it up at that end. So that lines them up, and now I'm gonna do that section. So as you saw, I made some markers here. That's where the motor drivers will come. I'm gonna position them at the same level. I saw that that one was in the wrong position, so I corrected that one. So next up we're gonna put these on the board. So next thing what we're going to do, we're going to install the multiplexers. One over here and one over there. And they will get a short cabling to the current sensors. And this is where number 12 ends. It is here, so that's... And if I'm looking here, it's 18.5 centimeters, so that would be 9 and a bit. So the heart of the multiplexer would be here. I can measure that here. Yeah. So the multiplexer will be positioned here, and I can use standoff for that as well. So here I added the 2 multiplexers. I'm still waiting on the current sensors, but that will be for later. So next is wiring up those current sensors to the multiplexers. So here you can see that I added all the current sensors, I added all the fuse holders, the motor drivers on both sides. I actually labeled the outputs here so that I know to which track it goes, and I have the multiplexers here. So I moved this multiplexer a little bit to that direction because of the length of the cable. I'm gonna use short cables, like these, to connect the multiplexer to the current sensors. And the way I'm gonna do that is I'm gonna just use this female connector and pin it on the current sensors. And the last one, because it's 12 on each multiplexer, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So that this one, the middle leg, that would go onto pin number 5 here, because that would be 11 pins. So it's evenly spread, and the same over here. But how does a multiplexer works? So one thing what I noticed when I put them in, they are starting the numbering by 0, so 0 here, and then the last pin is 15. But I'm not using pin 0, 1, 2, 3. I'm using pin number 4. So pin number 4 is the one which I'm going to use, and then I have 4 up to 15, which makes 12 connections. So with that, let me grab another output. So let me say it's the orange wire. So with the multiplexer, I have a signal pin. That would be this pin over here. That will go to the Arduino, to an analog input, and then I have 4 control pins. So there would be 4 control pins, which are digital, and so there will be pin number 0, 1, 2, 3 on the multiplexer. And then I have a signal pin. And each combination of here, this would be 16 combinations, will put one of the 0 to 15 to that signal pin. One at a time. So none of these can be directly added to that signal pin. It only allows with the number which is given. So let me give an example. So we have the control pins 0, 1, 2 and 3. If they are all low, so means if there is a 0 on it, so you can have a 0 and a 1. If they are all low, so 0, that means that control pin, or actually multiplex input or output pin 0 is connected to signal. And that would be this yellow one. So let me start with this one. So if I would like to read main track 11A, which is this connection, that is connected to pin number 5 here, but we start with 0, so that would be pin number 4 as mentioned here. So pin number 4 here. To get that here, I need to put on the control pins 0, well, let me make it blue, 0, 0, 1, 0. That is 4. If I would like to have main track 01 detected, so let me make that green with the green cable, then I need to put them all at 1. So this would be pin number 15. This would be pin number 4. And this would be pin number 0. So that is how I distinct it. So and this is a control section. It's the 4 pins here. So let me put it up closer. So this is the signal pin, then we have 4 pins. You also have an enable pin, which means you can put it high or low, that the output is not constantly flapping. But what I will do, and that is what I'm gonna do here, I'm gonna pass these constantly. So it will be a loop. So that means that the control pins, because I'm starting only at number 4, will constantly go from 4, or actually it will go from 15 downwards to 4, because that is the track motion, and the other one will do the same over here. So I'm only using 12 and 12 over here. So, but you will all see that happening later in the program in other videos. So that is what we're gonna do. So we're gonna add the wires here. The other wires are 5 volt and ground. They will all be concentrated here to a junk box, and these one will be over here to that junk box, and I will do that off camera. So that is what the multiplexer does, and you can go send the signal through or reading the signal from, and I'm reading the signal from the current sensor into the mega. So one other thing what I had, and I mentioned that, I got the fuses, and these are ceramic fuses. That is to avoid any fire, so it's more secure, and these will be positioned in here. These are 2 amp fuses, and I think fast fuses, because that's the way I ordered them. Yep, those are fast fuses, and these will be positioned in here. So I will do one. So just positioned over here, and close the lid. Oh, that one goes in there. So now we have a connectivity here, and they stand up a little bit. So here I have a multimeter. I'm gonna put it to ohms, but then with signal so you can hear it. I have the 2 points. Let me untangle, and I'm gonna measure this. So you hear it, and I'm gonna measure the other side of the current sensor as well. So you can hear that there is a fuse inside here. So that one works. So the other fuses I will install off camera, and as you can see they are coming out a little bit, so that's easy for me to put the wires in, so I can bundle them here in the middle and then connect everything up together, but I will do that off camera. But in the next video what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna go into a little bit deeper into the controller of the multiplexer, and we're gonna check if we can really see the input going back to an Arduino. I'm gonna write a program, a very simple program, to scan these 12 current sensors and put some power on here, so you can see that each time I read a current sensor, it shows you a value which is needed. So, but that will be for the next video. So if you like these videos, please give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more of these videos, please consider to subscribe to my channel, and I will see you in the next video. So thank you and goodbye.